Fujitsu have just launched their Digital Inside Out report, looking at the UK's progress towards a digital nation. They interviewed over 1,000 consumers and asked them for their experiences in terms of using digital services. So, first of all, Michael, why do you think that digital enablement is so important for the UK?
I think if you're not digitally enabled as a business, you're probably going to go out of business pretty quickly. I think the consumer demand and impatience for digital services as fast as possible is a game changer, and I think businesses need to be enabled in order to respond to that or face very significant consequences.
The customer's in control now, and they're the people setting the pace, and if they're not getting what they want, then they'll go elsewhere. So if you want to beat the competition, you've got to ensure you deliver the kind of service which appears to be a digital service that our consumers and our citizens are demanding.
Your report shows that there really is quite a massive difference between various sectors in terms of the uptake and indeed appreciation of those services, where things like financial services and clearly retail are right up at the top, but things like transportation, things like utilities, things like local authorities and whatever are down the bottom. What do you think is the reason for that?
Well, I think in financial services and retail, they've been going at it for longer. And they can have the benefit of a frequent transaction with the consumer, which is repeated many times. And I think that's really what's led to their popularity. So they've got the service right after a number of years, and they've got that massive uptake. I think I can remember when digital banking first started, online banking, and it was a slow start. Now it's regarded as one of those things that's just a fact of life, and we use it every day. I think you're right, though. Other sectors of the economy haven't got there yet, but I'm fully expecting them to do so over the next few years. I think in travel, we're beginning to see that in terms of the airline business, where you can check in now and actually board the aircraft using your digital boarding pass.
As I said earlier, I think a lot of it is competition driven. I think that certainly the level of competition in retail and financial services forced those players to respond in that way. I think particularly in transport, I think the competition is at a lesser level, and therefore the urgency has not been there in the same respect.
If you look at, for example, what has happened in the last few months in terms of the shopping over Christmas, the move to online, if you haven't really got a really slick online operation, then to be honest with you, I'm not going to say you're finished, but certainly your business is in great threat. So there really isn't a choice anymore, is there?
We don't think so. We think you have to be digital by default. You have to have your digital channels enabled, and that's the only way to be as a modern business.
And it's more than that. I think it's also about omni-channel. You've got to be able to cater for customers in both forms, and what that often means is you have to digitise your front office and your back office. So wherever the customer interfaces with your business, you're actually treating them as a customer, and that's something which a lot of businesses have not yet made that step towards.
And that's really Fujitsu's value add here, Richard, because a lot of we're not a B2C provider. We're a B2B company, and it's our customers who've got the consumer relationships, and it's about enabling our customers to do exactly what Simon says there, which is to provide that omni-channel capability, to provide that better digital experience, and to connect their front end to their back end in a much more seamless way.